At the beginning of 2013, Toronto City Council invested the billboard tax into the arts with a focus on engaging young people in all parts of Toronto, creating jobs, and making Toronto a more attractive city. This also put Toronto back on track towards realizing the commitment to increase arts investment to $25 per person. This billboard tax was proposed and pushed forward by an alliance of young artists and organizations called BeautifulCity.ca. They united around the cause of diversifying access to public space and pushed for the funds to be distributed by the Toronto Arts Council. Hearing these needs, the Toronto Arts Council made a bold first step and put $300,000 into one of Toronto's most innovative youth arts organizations, ArtReach Toronto.
The Toronto Arts Council is delighted to announce that we are going to provide $300,000 in 2013 in grants to support some 30 youth arts projects through a new strategic partnership with ArtReach Toronto.
A guiding principle for ArtReach Toronto is the idea that funding needs to be accessible to youth directly, and it needs to empower youth by placing ownership of projects in their hands. This is not just an investment in ArtReach. It is a consistent investment into the youth and arts sectors, for which we hope will be for years to come.
ArtReach is a program that specializes in building capacity and funding young people to create art projects across Toronto. Often unrecognized and unsupported, these youth-led projects truly impact the lives of young people. Since 2006, ArtReach has run over 75 invaluable skills workshops attended by more than 1,400 young people and given out over 100 grants and awards using innovative youth-led assessment processes.
People assume that people of color and youth don't make art or make art good enough to be shown in galleries or have shows or get record deals or whatever, but we do. We make amazing art.
A lot of funding organizations that I've been privy to don't really do the outreach in a language or in a style that is reaching young people outside the downtown core. And ArtReach excels in this. It's actually a specialty of theirs, and it's something that takes a long time to build authenticity, to build understanding, to build respect, and to build trust.
I'm really grateful that the Toronto Arts Council actually really recognizes the value in investing in community-based infrastructure that's already there.
For us at Manifesto, it was the first funding that we ever received. The pitch contest was the first time that Manifesto had to articulate their idea to a panel of judges. We received $5,000, and that initial seed capital of $5,000 that ArtReach gave us through the pitch contest has accelerated us to now one of the leading organizations in the work that we're doing, and has really built up a platform for us to do everything that we've done.
It creates an opportunity to get access and get knowledge and skills and build community.
ArtReach was actually our very first funder 4 years ago. They funded our arts-based program Outwards, and for us it was our very first introduction into the funding sector. It was the very first grant I ever wrote in my entire life.
These are youth that work in our community. They build projects that tell different parts of what's happening for them in the communities.
The impact is immeasurable what will happen with this $300,000 portfolio of grants, which will support 30 organizations.
I'm really excited about this funding because it will enable more youth to get involved in the arts, more youth to see it as a viable option, not only to build their skills and tools as something as a career, but also something as a form of healing, a form of self-expression, a form of loving themselves.
It allows a really natural bridging for emerging grassroots young artists to start to access Toronto Arts Council as a larger institution and to think about what funding would look like from them, where a government body is actually willing to recognize that this institution, ArtReach, has so much youth social infrastructure.
Go to artreachtoronto.ca and torontoartscouncil.org to apply for programs and workshops.